What's up, everybody? It is Thursday night, so welcome to regularly scheduled Hostilities with your current Wednesday night champion, Chuck Winchester, with your former all the champions, Yvonne DeBoard, and your current RSH champion, not regularly scheduled, I don't know, but
yeah, it's
Josh DeBoard. What's going on, brother?
We'll get the words out.
I was watching myself on the screen, I'm like, this looks weird. Look at the camera, not the screen.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. Not too bad.
Dude, we're just how many days? I don't do math. 4 days outside of Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
3 nights outside of Raw. 1 night outside of NXT. Well, that was a hell of a show from what I hear.
Mm-hmm.
It was a very good show.
Very good show.
All kinds of stuff to talk about.
I didn't want to watch AEW because I didn't want it to ruin my mood.
Oh, it's the Paul White.
Stop.
It's the Paul White, man.
Right.
Actually, it's...
I did watch AW, but yeah, you didn't miss much.
Was he there?
Nope, he wasn't.
He's talking next week.
I guess
They're using it to promote.
Yep, he'll be there next
That's
week.
cool, man. I like Paul White.
And Shaq versus Cody. Oh, and Red Velvet.
So they're gonna cash in on what WWE promised like a decade ago.
I'm sorry, that name kills me.
Yeah, they are going to be different from WWE, no celebrities and just wrestling. They're living up to all of those things.
Yeah, man. Like I really do like the Big Show. When I heard them, like, ooh, I do want to see his debut, but at the same time,
they're doing exactly.
It's the Big Show, right?
They're doing
I love the Big
exactly
Show.
what they said they weren't going to do.
I like the Big Show on the Big Show, the Big Show, a Big Show.
The Big Show.
Listen, this is AEW. I mean, we got to talk about real wrestling here in a second.
That's true.
But like AEW is the equivalent of telling your new girlfriend, "I ain't gonna cheat," or your girlfriend, like, "I'm not gonna cheat on you again. I've changed.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be that way again." But here comes Sting out of the nursing home, and
I like
Taz out of the nursing home, and the Big Show.
They're still good. They have things to offer.
Sting took a power bomb, and they thought he died.
Yeah, I saw that.
He's 60-something years old.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for Ric Flair's contract to expire so he can be the new TNT champion.
All you need to live forever is cocaine and Viagra, dude.
Terry Blanchard's wrestling next week. Tully Blanchard, sorry, from the Four Horsemen. Yeah, he's in a 6-man tag with the Revival.
Yeah, he is. Yep. FDR, you.
Yeah, sorry, FTR, if that's their real name.
Oh, we got Cruzy's watching. You were talking shit about TNA. We're talking about AEW already.
Name a company that had, it's suiting its audience so well, they lost 20,000 more people last night.
Now, here's the deal. We're getting very distracted already, but here's the deal that I wanted to defend AEW from you.
I don't want to hear it. I'm muting my headphones.
Sting is good. He shouldn't be taking bumps though. You know,
he's in a match.
Terry Black, the Four Horsemen guy, they shouldn't be in matches anymore.
Right.
Like we gotta get away from that.
No holds barred match, which hopefully to God they're smart enough to at least do a cinematic thing to where he's not actually getting bumped.
At least Seth Rollins didn't murder him. That's a plus.
That's true.
I don't know, man. Big Show, I really do like the Big Show. I do want to watch his debut, but it's still not enough for me to care about the product.
Right.
Is I have to say. At the end of the day.
So, out of the minors, back to the majors. Elimination Chamber is over, and
I loved it.
It didn't end.
I loved it.
I guess we'll start with that. How'd you guys like it?
I
didn't like it.
Why?
I did not like it. Out of all the times,
okay for me.
I wasn't.
Okay.
Man, I thought it was going to be shitty, and it threw swerves that weren't predictable, and it threw swerves that were good and made sense of the story. And then the rest of the shit that wasn't swerves, it was still good.
All right, well,
it was okay.
What we're gonna do? Take it in order, and then I'll complain about what I didn't like as we go. So we're not just jumping around.
It was the best elimination we've had in a while, in my opinion.
So we'll start with the first match. It was, yeah. Daniel Bryan won the Elimination Chamber, which was a pretty good match.
Good.
I loved it.
I didn't like the fact that Daniel Bryan did not need this win whatsoever.
No, I know that's my one complaint. Only because it's good and bad. Because if Cesaro would have won, he would have got squashed by Roman Reigns right away.
But it would have been sympathetic, just like Daniel Bryan.
But Bryan could take that hit. It doesn't really matter because it's Daniel Bryan. Cesaro, people start bitching and moaning. He can't even hit. You know,
I think it would have been sympathy to where they could have. If there was fans, he'd be building that Daniel Bryan Kofi momentum right now.
I agree with you. I wish he would have won, but I see why he didn't.
I do too. But if there was fans, he would have won that match.
I mean,
1,000%.
Yeah.
This is Kofi Mania / Daniel Bryan vibes from him right now.
Yeah.
We might be getting some Cesaro Mania unexpectedly.
I think it's gonna be him and Seth.
I hope so.
Oh, yeah, that has
And
to
now
be.
I think it's going to be Roman and Jay versus Edge and Christian at Fastlane, and that's
Yeah.
how you're going to sell that pay-per-view because
Yeah.
Edge made his decision.
Yeah, he did.
And I gotta tell you, man, Seth Rollins is back. I don't give a fuck. Like, yeah, it's gonna be him versus Cesaro. That's just a waste of time.
It's good for Cesaro.
But it's not good. But it's Seth Rollins. Is Seth Rollins already done when it
No,
comes?
he's not already done.
I
He
mean-
just came back.
But I'm saying when it comes to him mattering, is
No,
it
but
done?
just to you. I don't know why you hate him all of a sudden.
Because like it's that fucking gimmick.
He had a
I
kid.
hate that
He said,
gimmick.
like you said,
Sorry, he
he's
had
a
to take
changed
time
man. He
to
said
go
he's
have a
changed
kid.
man.
I'm glad they brought the music back, but get rid of the super fucking glove. You're not Lex Luthor.
Dude,
And then
I don't
stop
know,
this
dude. His
bullshit
suit
stuff.
was dope. His suit was
Get rid
so
of the man bun on
fucking
your
cool.
head. Like
Dude,
the
Chris
his
Jericho.
last two
Chris
suits have
Jericho.
been great.
Have you seen Chris Jericho's suit? It's the same one. He copied Chris Jericho's look.
I don't
Look it
know
up.
if wearing a suit is copying somebody's look.
No, it's the same pattern suit. It's a weird retro.
I'd have to. I'd have to.
I saw it on
investigate that.
on the Facebook, and they had dates. Jericho
Oh.
wore it first.
I don't know.
Just saying.
I don't know if the Facebook's the best source.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's where I got my
Facebook.
information. That's
because
where
I read the new stuff you post on. If I listen to everything you tell those people, then
yeah.
But yeah, I thought it'd be Edge. It's the money match. I didn't think they'd be ballsy enough to do Drew and Edge and do a babyface versus babyface
Right.
where one would have to turn to make that work. And they went with Roman. I hope they bring back the gold belt. But other than that, I wasn't honestly very surprised. Outside of I don't like Daniel
I
Bryan
wasn't
winning.
either. I didn't either.
If it wasn't going to be if Bryan didn't win, I wanted it to be who you picked, Uso. I didn't want KO.
Yeah, man, I really wanted that. Storyline wise, it would have been better for Jay to win and lay down for Reigns.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, that's storyline.
It is
Corbin looked great, which was nice to see him actually.
in a match.
He looked
hasn't
pretty
been in-
solid for the
He
time he
hasn't
had
been
in the
in a match
match.
in a long time. Seems like.
I could care less about Jay.
How about Kevin Owens' arm here, man?
Yeah.
The Kevin Owens, they keep coming up with more creative ways for him to lose.
I
I don't remember the last time somebody got their arm stuck in the damn chamber.
was like, they just released like a Mortal Kombat trailer. It's like they're gonna fucking make Kevin Owens fucking what's Jax? We could get a fake arm because of that cage.
Sami Zayn was. Oh my god, I love
Dude,
Sami Zayn in that.
I'm really digging Sami Zayn. He might be my favorite part of SmackDown right
Didn't,
now.
Dude,
somebody
I
rip him
And
out of the thing?
He's
I forget who
got
it
he's got a
was.
huge gripe tomorrow night. By the way.
Oh boy.
Well, no, I said that when we were watching it because like his guys got kicked out right away.
Yeah.
But fucking AJ
Styles-
Styles guy wasn't
Yeah.
kicked out.
Yeah, he rips the fucking door off
He's
of
got-
it.
Sammy has a case after that.
He
That's what I
does.
texted you. I was
His
like,
little paparazzi people.
That's
Are you
right. That
kidding
was
me?
you. Somebody said it. I didn't know if it was Twitter.
I
bitter.
texted the group. I was like, if what's his fuck doesn't get kicked, AJ Styles boy, what's
Omos.
his name? Omos.
Omos.
If Omos doesn't get kicked out, Sammy has the case. And sure enough, Omos was not kicked out.
I
So
wasn't
Sammy has the
crazy
case.
about that. I wasn't surprised that Roman wasn't in it, and I'm not surprised the opponent got squashed. I wasn't.
No,
Surprised.
the squash was
It
going to
was
happen.
pretty
Yeah,
simple.
it had to happen.
That's why.
Yeah.
That's why Jay would have been the best bet.
He would
Because it wouldn't
Mhm.
hurt anybody or make any difference. It would be adding to the storyline.
Yep.
Unlike Bryan getting squashed. But if they're adding the Reigns pitch his time, well, that's fucking silly.
Yeah.
Like,
So, what if we get the situation where could there be a chance that Daniel Bryan actually gets put back into this somehow with like, hey,
Mhm.
you beat both Usos at Fastlane in a whatever match. We'll add you to it.
I think he's going to be involved with Rollins and Cesaro. They've already kind of hinted at that because they were tag team partners, and he stopped Rollins from
Man.
assaulting him more. I think he's going to be involved into that.
I say
I'm really hoping that Seth fights Rey Mysterio because that's a feud we haven't seen before.
Jesus Christ. Where's
Two people
Murphy?
you don't like.
But Murphy and his daughter broke up, so you
Yeah, where
can't.
has been Murphy been? He's been off TV.
They broke up. They said they dropped that storyline too.
Which is, I guess, that's a good thing.
It's a very good.
All right,
thing.
so let's go to the Raw side. This is where my issues lie.
Oh.
Many issues with this match.
Oh boy. Here we
One, why is Randy Orton the first one to get eliminated?
go. Thank
With no
you.
Fiend,
Thank
and no
you.
even just a bullshit Kofi roll up. Like
Number one
that did
problem.
nothing for Roman
Mhm.
and did nothing for Kofi.
I could agree. I mean, I could. The thing is, though, 'cause-
Randy Orton got eliminated before Jeff Hardy.
Exactly.
well, Jeff Hardy wasn't out yet because Randy Orton has
Jeff Hardy started.
Him and Orton started.
But Orton
Well, they
has-
actually started together,
Orton
didn't
has-
they?
Yep, they fought. Yep.
Orton just has nothing to do in that match. He's not involved in that in any
Well, like-
way.
Would like the lights coming out, Alexa's in his pod, lights. He's like, "What the fuck?" Turns around,
He was
gets
just
Claymore,
eliminated. It
be
was
more meaningful
stupid.
than a quick roll up by Kofi.
Kofi didn't have history.
Oh, Kofi just screamed out with his quads for the first 5 minutes.
Exactly.
People thought that was hilarious. I didn't think it was all that funny.
And I-
They're over. It's the whole New Day things
People were,
kind of
people were
all.
cracking up over that. I'm like, I don't understand the humor, but
That made me
I-
so bitter. Orton getting eliminated that
And
quickly.
then-
That was awful.
I thought it was fine.
Let's go to your guy, AJ Styles. So the whole reason that
There we
Kofi
go.
being put into this match that made it make sense was involvement from Ali.
Oh,
So this
that's
dude
weird.
rips the fucking door off
That's
the
awesome.
off the pod. Why couldn't Retribution not come in there and fuck with Kofi and
Because-
build that story going
Because
forward?
Retribution should just go the fuck away.
I mean, why could Ali? We talked about it last week. Why it makes so much sense for Ali to try to rewrite history where he got fucked a couple years ago. He could just run. They literally set it up for he could easily. We were talking last week. How's he get in the chamber? Does he attack him before? Does he sneak in? He ripped the fucking panel off of his pod. He could have ran straight in, hit his finisher on Kofi, left. Kofi lost. Then Kofi comes to Raw Monday like, all right, Ali. Then you have Ali and Kofi either at Fastlane, and you have a mid-card storyline that actually means something because it's real. It's playing off of real life because Ali really got hurt.
I would
And they
agree
just
with
let
that.
it go. But instead, they have Kofi beat them again on Raw, and Ali jump up and down saying, "Do I have to do everything?"
Throw a temper
Yeah, that
tantrums.
worked. That works much better.
Yeah, because and I agree. Like
God forbid if you.
Retribution.
Yeah, see, I can't even say it either.
Retribution could be really cool, but Vince
Yeah.
McMahon and WWE stopped giving a shit months ago.
Listen,
can
dude,
tell.
we're talking about
Months.
getting together for night one of Mania. Would it kill them
Months
to
ago.
have a match on the first night of Mania between Ali and Kofi that we actually give a fuck about,
Yeah.
and we don't just watch it? Here's what's going to happen. It's going to happen, and we're going to watch it. We're going to be like, that was a great match. But how much better would it have been if it actually fucking meant something?
Here's
Because
what's
it's
gonna
not going to mean
Here's
shit.
what's going to happen. I don't know what Ali's contract is right now, but if I was a betting man, we're going to see Ali on AEW a year
He signed a
from now.
5-year extension a year and a half
Holy
ago.
crap.
Okay, so in 3.5 years, we're gonna see Ali on AEW TV. I mean, they stopped giving a shit about Retribution, and I agree with you. You could drop and do all of these great storylines with Retribution, but they're just not going to. So, in my opinion, it's not even worth talking about anymore.
They
It's
dropped the
not.
It's
ball.
not
They
gonna
dropped.
happen.
It was.
I'm losing
It
interest.
was.
in them.
It didn't come out of the gate very fast.
Nope.
They for a minute they had a shot,
Yeah,
and
they
they
did.
completely dropped
They had a
it.
huge
I
shot.
think twice actually.
Yeah, if they wanted to,
Like
they
they
still
booked them
could.
against another heel faction, which made no
I
fucking
mean,
sense out
they
the
could
gate.
still fix it if they wanted to, but they're just.
I don't
not.
think they want to. At
They
this
don't.
point. But
I
they're
don't.
getting
They're gonna
they're
care
getting
less.
quality time on Raw though. That's where I'm like,
Not on Hulu, Raw. I haven't seen them. So
Aaron, I'm not ignoring your question. I'm just trying to.
we're in a conversation.
We'll transition to that.
We'll get to you.
We'll get to you.
All right. So the Miz. So before this match,
love the Miz winning.
backstage, he's talking MVP.
Love it.
I'm on Twitter telling people like maybe he just. I didn't think the Miz would actually cash in. I was
I
like,
didn't.
maybe he just sells the briefcase
Yep.
to Lashley, the
That's
Hurt
what I
Business.
thought.
Like
Yeah,
we gave Miz $1 million. Lashley comes out.
that's what I thought.
Because we've talked. Lashley's been booked solid.
Yep.
Like
Mhm.
over the top. They're protecting the shit out of him. Now we see why.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So McIntyre gets the win, kind of sticking with this match. He pinned AJ was the last one.
Of course he will.
Lashley comes out after Drew's like, oh, exhausted, whatever. Beats the living hell out of him.
Beats him up.
Beats
Out
him
comes
up.
the
And this
Miz.
is after Bobby Lashley lost to Riddle.
Yep.
Yeah, it was.
forget
Mhm.
that.
Yep.
The Miz.
He's already bitter. Lashley
Gets
was,
the-
so.
He actually kicked out of the first pin attempt
Sure.
after he hit that DDT.
They always do.
And then he kicked,
Yeah.
then he hit him with a skull crushing finale and
No,
got the
no, no,
win. Chamber went off the air.
Yeah.
So I was actually very interested in Raw to see where they were going next, which we'll get to Raw after this.
Yeah, man. I'm tired of seeing fucking babyface, fucking no hair on your fucking mouth, Bobby Lashley trying to pump the Miz. Like, Bobby Lashley, you're a fucking baby-faced pussy. You could not beat the Miz if you wanted to. I remember when Batista was like, oh, he's gonna be the next big thing. The dude couldn't even fucking do anything.
Who
The
you
dude had
talking
Donald
about?
Trump in his
Lashley?
corner. Yeah, fuck Lashley.
Lashley's doing fine
He's
right
a
now.
pussy.
Wow.
He's a big
This
baby
went
face. I remember his famous line, Mr. McMahon, I'm going to kick your ass. That's back in 2007, of course. And then now he's like, it's going to hurt and it's going to be awesome. The dude has a voice of a teenager. He has all the muscles in the world, but a voice of a teenager. And if it is Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar, it'll be the first time ever that your boy Chuck Winchester will be rooting for Brock Lesnar.
I don't- So, well, Aaron Truesdale. I've heard rumors of Lashley versus Lesnar at Mania. Do you see Lashley winning the title next Monday and then end up getting attacked by Lesnar. So what do you think the possibility of it is? Go ahead. Take it.
I think it's a pretty big possibility at this point. Maybe a triple threat, maybe a 1-on-1. I don't know. Then we got a Miz factor. We have a month to figure that out. But I know Lashley has been wanting that Lesnar match since he signed back with WWE a couple of years ago. And right now he's going down full throttle. He's hot as shit. So now's the time to do it. Lesnar's not hurt. He's ready to roll. Lashley is not hurt. He's ready to roll. And how often do you have that happen? When you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they have that UFC history, MMA history.
Yep.
Personally, the match itself, I don't think it'd be all that good. But it'd have to be short.
Well, just think, it's Rock Hogan. Their match wasn't good either.
Sure.
But star power sold you on it.
Sure. And then their history and their star power, just their names alone could sell you on it.
That's one night.
Right. Night one.
Yeah, night one.
Match one, night one.
Yeah,
but
I would assume Edge and Roman would be night 2 main event.
Oh, I hope so.
So I mean, it'd be fun. I never really wanted it. I know they've been saying that for years now since Lashley's been back. I was like, that's gonna be boring as shit. Now's the time that finally it might not be boring. So now's the time to do it. I wouldn't be against it. But that being said, what do you do with McIntyre at WrestleMania?
You can go. I'll go next. You go last. It's going to be a triple threat. That's why.
Yeah,
That's why I don't think the Daniel Bryan one, because they're not going to do both their championships in triple threats. I thought Daniel Bryan could be added. So if Edge were to win, Roman would still not have to take a pin, and he could still be, I never lost my belt, tribal chief bullshit, because I think they kind of want to protect both of them.
Yeah.
But I think Drew's put back in. I don't know how. I don't know if Lashley's going to just go and beat Miz this week. Honestly, my gut says Lashley beats squashing the Miz. Drew comes out of nowhere. Claymore, Raw goes off the air. And that's how it ends. And then it's like Miz keeps the belt. What happened next? And then Raw's just going to try to cliffhanger your ass till Fastlane. Now, I don't know if that leads to a...
Oh, man, I just thought of something. What if like Morrison tries to get involved, fucks it up, and then let's make Miz versus Morrison at WrestleMania?
That would be nice.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
That would be.
It would... I don't know how to get the strap off Miz and just completely get him out of the picture.
Morrison.
But I could see Lashley.
Morrison, yeah.
I could see Lashley pinning the Miz, and then Drew, and then Brock comes out and just literally beats the shit out of both of them, and then leaves. And then
I like that, man.
It's full circle because Drew beat Brock last year, and Drew still would have a gripe, and then.
It's crazy how they can do that. Like a year ago, like I wish Brock Lesnar would just fucking go away forever. And I'm like, that'd be awesome if he came back once.
25, 30,000 fans.
It's crazy.
There's going to be fans there. And you know Vince wants him there for Mania.
He's gonna be here.
And he's not Big Show. He's not ever going to AEW.
Yeah, from what I saw, no.
Yeah.
He talked to him, but it's all about that money. He talked to them to get WWE to give him more money. He's a businessman. So
Aaron says, didn't Drew beat Lesnar for the title? Well, yeah, they said the rematch thing's not a thing anymore, but Brock doesn't come back for regular matches.
No,
so Brock's just
that rematch clause is done. They officially said
they said that
like,
a while,
like 2 years ago.
Yeah,
maybe?
they said just because they'll still do it sometimes though. They're like, we lost. Like if they've had a lengthy run,
they can make a case where they should get another shot at it. But like the automatic rematch clause is no longer in existence, is what they said. Even though it's been around for like 50 years, they just decided, never mind, because conveniently we want Brock Lesnar to move on from Braun Strowman. So that's what happened with that.
Seabass, Brock Lesnar will never be in AEW.
Never.
Ever.
No.
Anyway, what do you think?
So with the match next week with Miz and Lashley, I can see Morrison getting involved, costing Miz, and Lashley winning. But then also I can see Drew getting involved and just getting involved and attacking both of them because he has issues with Lashley and Miz. And then there's going to be probably a rematch, put Drew, Lashley versus Miz for the belt again.
I feel like that's Fastlane.
I know.
But then where do they go from there?
I think Drew's going to come out and just
Lashley wins and it's Drew versus Lashley. That's not a great build. That's why I feel like something else has to be put in there. And I think that's Brock.
Yeah.
And like you said, but if they do Brock versus Lashley, because Lashley kind of went babyface this week.
He did. He kind of did.
I don't think he did.
It's fucking Miz there. He was getting fucking cheered. Granted, it's on LED things, but that could have been a face turn.
He was bullying the Miz, and he was
bullying's cool.
A bad guy. So at the most, he was still an anti-hero, but he's still a bad guy because he assaulted the babyface Drew McIntyre the night before. He's just being a bad guy to a bad guy.
Aaron said, "Thanks for clearing that up." Yeah,
I mean,
they just let us now I just think to myself, they're going to get a rematch. So now they don't have to come out and say it. They just made it to where like, yeah, you guys already know.
Yeah, there's no way Lashley's heel or face. Dude. If Lesnar comes back, Lesnar will be the face of that.
Yeah,
Lashley's heel.
Big Show did go to AEW.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did.
He wasn't there last night though. He was too busy trying to fix that show that got canceled off Netflix.
Oh, he has a new show. He has a new show on TBS. I heard like Go Big Show or something.
Oh no, that's that game show Cody's on.
How could you forget Cody's
It's just
on
called that, and everybody's like, "Oh, look, it fits," because WWE owns the rights to the Big Show.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah,
That's
they just
funny.
think it's funny.
That's fucking stupid.
He can't call himself the Big Show. That's why he's Paul Wheat or whatever.
Paul White.
Right.
That's his real name.
Yeah, but like
Yeah.
WWE, I think owns the rights like Paul White. Because remember, that was his real name.
No, they don't own. They probably own the Giant, and they definitely own the Big Show because he was the Giant WCW.
Yeah, they think it's cool, and Cody's on that show, so that show probably sucks.
So next week I have
Cody's a judge on that.
He's
show.
a judge. I have McIntyre costing Lashley and Miz next week. So let's see if that happens.
I just don't know where that triple threat goes.
I don't either.
That'd be the hardest match to predict.
Yeah,
the fast.
I think what I said earlier is going to be legit. I think Lashley is going to win, and I think Morrison's going to inadvertently cost the Miz, and that's going to lead to them going.
And Drew
head-to-head
comes out and
WrestleMania.
kicks Lashley in the face.
And we forgot. I
Could be
forgot.
something, yeah.
So I saw the name Strowman. He's better. We
Yeah,
forgot about Strowman.
That was
too.
a good match.
Him versus Shane McMahon at WrestleMania. I'm
Yeah.
calling it right now.
Yeah, they hit. That was last week.
They ain't all about it.
As soon as he said, I like how Shane talked to him too. He's
Yeah, he told
like
me.
I said last week. If you didn't understand the first time, I said I love Shane.
I do too.
As soon as he came out, I screamed the best in the world. She's like starts rolling her eyes.
Dude, he could really like one thing I saw you talk about on social media too the other day is like I think we missed the Vince McMahon character in like
Yeah.
the late 90s, early 2000s.
I miss an on-screen authority character. Adam
Yeah.
Pearce is cool, but
He's Eric Bischoff in like
Right.
2004. Like we want like a fucking authoritarian.
I want
And that-
somebody that stirs shit
and
up.
that could be Shane McMahon.
Yeah, he could stir some shit up. Aaron asks, could you see a fatal four-way adding Strowman and Drew with Lashley and Lesnar? No. I don't think
Yeah.
Strowman's involved. I think it's going to be Strowman, Shane,
Yep.
Drew, Lashley, Lesnar would be my prediction
The
right
last
now.
time they had a fatal four-way was in 2000, which is 21 years ago, and they didn't like it. Now they're not. I don't think we'll ever see another fatal four-way at WrestleMania.
Nope.
Well, not involving men.
Well, sure. I don't.
The
yeah,
women's
I mean,
match.
That's fair.
The women's matches.
That's fair.
Oh, we're not to Raw yet. We'll bring that up later. So we'll keep going through Chamber. Miz won the title. That was the ending.
Yep.
Riddle won the U.S. Championship.
Good
He
for him.
pinned Morrison, who they replaced Keith Lee, who's legitimately injured.
We knew as soon as they replaced that guy, we were like, Riddle's going to pin the new guy.
Exactly. Sure
I
did.
think the plan was for Keith to win.
Mhm.
And then when he went out, they're like, I think they just wanted to get the strap off Lashley.
They
Yeah.
absolutely wanted to strap off Lashley.
And I think Lee would have got it.
my thought was Riddle was going to pin Lee.
See, I thought Lee would have beat Riddle because Riddle's already had 9 chances.
We'll
And
never
I
know.
figured they would have
Yeah.
put him up.
That makes sense.
But anyway, I'm
That
glad
makes
he's
sense.
got it.
But either
Me
way,
too, yeah.
they needed a third guy to get the other guy to pin, so Lashley
And
doesn't
then
pin.
WWE did that thing where they're like, they're never going to acknowledge Lashley lost his belt.
No.
He's just
Same night.
thrown right in.
Just
It's
like
like
how
when
Rollins cashed.
when
Right.
Rollins got beat by Orton
Yep.
at the first match of Mania with that awesome RKO.
That was awesome.
Then he cashed in. Nobody forgot that he lost.
I mean, it just doesn't matter. He had to move
Yeah.
on.
And Lashley never got pinned either.
Yeah, so
it
he's
makes
got
him look
all
even,
the,
he has.
Here comes the money.
It was all right. It wasn't bad. Like I didn't sit there like, oh my god. I'm glad that they're getting done at like 9:30.
I love that.
That's fine because then I watched the Stone Cold thing.
And dude, Kevin Hart from the Fifth Video, you picked that up. He was like, "It's already over. What the hell?" I'm like, dude, I fucking love It's Already Over.
I remember that group.
I can go to bed now and not be hungover tomorrow. It's amazing.
Yeah, those immature bastards threw me out. Then Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler beat Sasha and Bianca.
Stupid match.
Reginald-
In my book, stupid match.
This match was stupid.
Sasha and Bianca's not a team. Here
I
they go
don't-
again, throwing teams that's
Oh.
not relevant together.
Did I miss this match? Was it pre-show?
No.
It
No,
was-
I watched it.
it's
Then I should remember it.
And Reginald.
Oh,
Reg-
yeah, I did see it because Reginald fucked it up. That's
Yeah.
right.
He brought the champagne bottle sober. That's
I don't
was in
know.
love with Sasha, or he calls
I'm more
her-
excited for Nia Jax and Baszler to go to NXT next week and fight Raquel and Dakota
Yeah,
Kai.
this match was.
That's
just
fair. So one thing we
pointless.
haven't really talked about a whole lot because I never really think about it, but they're really pushing it down our throats here. Is what is the deal with this dude and Sasha Banks?
I know.
I don't know.
I think I don't know.
They had a match on SmackDown a few weeks ago when Sasha Banks
He won this week.
Clean beat him.
He pinned Nia Jax Friday.
He did pin Nia Jax Friday, and then I guess I remember like one time you see Sasha Banks kind of like giving them they kind of looked. I wish she would get me, and so like what's going on with
I
those
think
two?
it's all. Well, Carmella doesn't. They show Carmella not liking it, but I think deep inside there's a setup. Right.
So
there.
when is the time going to come where he turns on Carmella to join Sasha Banks?
Fairly soon, because Sasha's going to go fucking heel against Bianca.
Sure.
That's what I told.
I mean,
him
to
Monday.
be fair, their money matches for Mania are good.
I
like Edge and Roman.
Sure, I agree.
Lashley versus Lesnar, or Lashley versus Drew, or Lashley versus Drew versus Lesnar's good.
This Mania is going to be
Asuka versus Charlotte versus.
Whatever.
You saw the teaser. She's coming to Raw. They showed it. Rhea. They showed it 3 times.
I know your dick's hard over it.
So, and she. I'm not into girls that
Well,
can physically dominate me like that.
I'm not saying like your dick's hard for her as a sexual.
No, that Matt.
But just,
how bad is Raw's women's division?
You like her as a competitor.
It's awful.
How bad is their women's division on Raw?
It's very bad.
The women's division in general is kind of rough.
No, SmackDown's solid. They actually have depth to it. Like I watched the Riot Squad, and it's not too bad.
I will say, man, I never used to like Sasha Banks, but since she came back with blue hair all day,
the blueprint on SmackDown, it just fits.
Oh, God.
I dig a girl that can match like her belt with her hair, with her shoes.
Oh, please.
It reminds me
You would.
That would be the most important thing to me. But yeah, her and Bianca is going to be great. I assume it's going to be like Charlotte, Asuka, Rhea. That's a great match. Like they're going to have a solid card, which is why I get so pissed off. Like, why could we not have an Ali versus Kofi that's well built up? Because they don't give a shit about the mid card, which is fine. But I hope to see Big E in a relevant match. I hope Kevin Owens and Zayn and all these guys that's been doing so good.
Talking about Zayn, you brought him up earlier. He is fucking killing.
He's on fire.
He is.
And he's going to be on fire tomorrow because he's going to be pissed off that his film crew got thrown out. He put it on Twitter the day later. He's like, I was so pissed about losing or something. I didn't even watch the last match. And then I can't believe Omos didn't get thrown out. But they threw out my camera crew.
I thought that immediately. As soon as I saw Omos, I'm like, if he doesn't get kicked, Zayn has a fucking
Zayn's awesome.
Denise, don't bring your negativity. Edge is great.
She talking about Edge?
She said, "Oh my God!" So she's probably talking shit about Edge. That's what she does.
Well, that's
out of a 5. I give the Chamber a 3.5.
The pay-per-view overall,
yeah,
I'll give it a 4.
Mine would be a 2.
Wow,
Jesus!
What did you not like?
Orton getting eliminated quickly. Sasha and Bianca.
Your bias is sick.
You let your anger blind you.
Well, the Sasha and Bianca thing irritated me because it. So stupid.
Right,
that could be a opponent.
Blah blah blah.
No, Cena does.
We got a relevant question.
John Cena does not. He already said he won't be there because he's in Canada for a TV show, and Triple H is doing anything now. So no to both.
My prediction: AJ Styles versus Triple H.
I love it.
Don't know how they get there.
I hope you're right.
What Styles doing?
I hope you're right.
What's he doing?
I hope nothing. No. I hope you're right.
He asked for 2 people this year:
Edge
and Triple H.
Taken. Triple H.
Last year he asked for 2 people. And he got The Undertaker.
We have one of the 2.
He wanted Shawn Michaels or The Undertaker. He got The Undertaker.
That works.
Vince, it's a funny story. I don't know if you read it online or not. But AJ, it's on one of those documentaries on Network. He said he went up to Vince. And, Vince isn't one to be like, yeah, I was wrong, whatever. So when AJ came to the roster, we remember the reports that like Vince saw him as like the highest mid-card guy. Like the IC title he could flirt with that. Kind of like the Big Show.
Sure.
He could go up, maybe win it, but then back down.
Right yeah, I got you.
He went up to AJ and he goes, if I'd only signed your ass 10 years ago.
Because he didn't watch TNA.
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
So I would agree.
He shouldn't have because, it's like Lashley and he's like, oh, look, all my old guys.
I mean, even if you watch AJ Styles, he talks about how when he had that debut match with Hurricane, and he's actually offered that contract to go to developmental, and he just refused it.
Yeah. Well, it's his wife wanted to do
a teacher and stuff.
Yeah.
But and then he even admits when when I watched him in TNA, he was little. He was a little dude, short hair. He looked like your average mid-carder.
Mm-hmm.
And so I understand why Vince would say that as a guy who's always in it every day. What do I need to do to make money? I get Vince's opinion on that, but you have to watch AJ Styles to get it.
Yeah, him and Triple H should be great.
That'd be a good match.
Triple H is a smart dude, and I'm sure Vince is going to give them both creative control of this.
Kill it.
How they get there.
Right.
I would just love just a simple.
I would love
something simple
for him to just show up on NXT. Like, listen, man, everybody, I want him to call out Triple H on Raw. Then Triple H don't come out. So he goes to fucking NXT and he finds them in it. Like, I asked for you. He just comes out. I don't even like who's that dumb fuck? Tyler Rust and Leon Ruff are fighting. They do it every week. It's the one match that it's a good match.
It's all right.
But they're both young guys that have bright futures, whatever.
Yeah.
But AJ comes out, kicks their ass. They're like, listen, Tripp, I've asked for you
Like what Seth
to
Rollins
come
did
out.
when
Yeah.
they fought.
Yeah.
And you won't. So I'm not leaving your ring until you come out.
Yep.
And there you go.
Those
Or you
were
can
wrong
attack
like
Shawn Michaels backstage because Shawn's a producer.
Yeah.
There's many ways it could get
So
there.
anyway, so
I'm
how-
curious to see
so
how they get there.
How do we start? And I think it'd be phenomenal.
You have AJ come out and say, I've beat everybody here except one guy I want to get my hands on.
Right. Like there was a guy back when I was somewhere else. There was a guy. There was a guy when I fought the Hurricane. There was a guy. Cerebral assassin. He thinks he is the game. No. I'm the game.
And AJ's gonna say something like, "You say you're great, and then everybody else."
You already got it.
Because you think
Yeah.
about it, because like AJ
Yeah.
Styles, he was killing in TNA back in 2003. So
And that's
Triple
what
H,
you used to talk about.
and that's when Triple H was, big with Evolution and shit. So AJ Styles was the biggest name somewhere else when Triple H was the name,
Dude,
and John Cena.
you can
They already did John
Hey,
Cena.
Yeah, AJ can already be like, listen, you were the game, but you better be glad I wasn't a player because
I love that line.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might be the game, but I'm the player now.
Or he
so
can
let's
say-
see what you got.
Or he
And
can say
that's a
you're fine.
great match.
Yeah, that is.
And you can't bitch about Triple H because is he a part-time wrestler? Absolutely. He's there every fucking week
Yeah,
for
yeah.
multiple days. He lives in that office.
Yeah,
He's
he
going
does,
to be
he does.
Vince.
When it comes
He
to
is.
part-timer, I don't think anybody that has a brain would consider Triple H a part-timer.
No.
Like-
Well, we're talking about the people on Twitter that thinks Mojo's more over than a lot.
I mean, like, you could say it with John Cena, even I disagree. You could say it with a lot of guys. Brock Lesnar, I absolutely agree. But Triple H is not one that because he's literally, like you said, he's living this business every goddamn day.
Yeah.
He is why
Mhm.
the business is still doing well, in my opinion, when it comes to WWE.
Yeah, because
So,
we're talking about getting together with our boy Bennett for like the first night of Mania. I want quality shit up and down the card. I don't want to see no bullshit like last year where they had a few matches that's like, all right. I don't
Yeah.
need to see Gronk. I don't need to see any
No,
of that dumb shit.
Instead of Gronk, we're going to get Bad Bunny.
I'm down with some
What?
Bad Bunny.
Worse.
The
I'll
guy.
handle
Can't even
Gronk.
understand- Is that listen to what Gronk was saying?
You know what I'm
Jesus Christ.
wearing to this WrestleMania thing? I'm going to give me a Bad Bunny shirt.
You better. Oh my God.
I mean, I'm glad that you like Bad Bunny because WWE tells you.
I don't
that's
like
cool.
him.
Exactly.
I just
We're
understand
not
what he's.
sold on it.
I don't care about him. I didn't know who he was
And
until
I'm
he came
definitely
out.
better
and
because
some
he's
guy.
around priests. That's making me more.
Yeah,
So
but
no thanks.
I already explained that.
So if you
I
don't know who he is or like him, why do you like him getting all this face
I
time?
didn't say I'm in love with it, but I understand why they're doing it.
That's silly.
Everything that he does on YouTube's their number one viewed thing, which is all they're going to care about is publicity.
It's an argument, and I understand business.
It's like when they brought back
I'm not
Snooki.
here to talk about business. I'm here to talk about what I like in wrestling. And you know how people bitch about how, like, let's say, for example, you're a Spectrum customer. And Spectrum,
Oh, here we go.
Spectrum will give you 30 days off or whatever, 30%, whatever the fuck, if you're a first-time signer. But what do they do to their fucking loyal customers? Not a goddamn thing. That's what WWE is all about. Fuck our loyal customers. We're going to pander to these bullshit 13-year-old kids who won't watch us in 2 weeks because it's not cool to watch us anymore. But for this week, they're going to like us. We're going to put in Bad Bunny, who anybody who is over the age of 13 or Ryan Satin apparently knows who the fuck he is. So that's what we're going to do now.
Ryan.
Fucking Ryan Satin talking
Right.
shit. If you know who Bad Bunny is, you're not hip. Oh, Ryan Satin.
I
Ryan
retweeted
Satin,
that. I
how do you-
retweeted that for a reason.
Ryan
I
Satin
didn't see it.
doesn't know what the
Nobody
fuck
wants
that
to
is
be
either.
Bad Bunny.
Ryan
Sorry.
Satin said that because Vince fucking told him to
Yeah.
after he took his dick out of his mouth. That's why Ryan Satin said that.
Yeah.
So
There's
All right.
more of the story there, ain't it? Yep.
fuck Bad Bunny.
So,
What's that?
it's a business thing. They put the strap on him for 24/7. They put the 24/7 title on him to get that on Saturday Night Live. They went up 400 something. They went their rating jumped this week, so it wasn't
They
a
went
fucking
from 8
failure.
viewers to 16 viewers. Oh man!
His segment does pretty well. I
Since
can't
John
fucking
Mulaney
help
left.
you. They're trying to hit a different demo.
Since John Mulaney left SNL,
They're trying to
it's been a joke.
hit Puerto Rico. I don't watch it.
Nobody
SNL.
cares about
The only thing that's Puerto
Puerto
Rico is hurricanes. Nobody else hits fucking.
Priest is from Puerto Rico. How do you get him over more
Well,
with
good
that?
for
Fuck
him.
Priest.
He's already over enough.
Don't
You
talk shit
need
about
that.
Priest.
They already killed Priest by putting him with Bad Bunny.
No,
They turned him into a goddamn cartoon.
He's the
Nope.
farthest thing from
He's
killed. build.
He's a cartoon.
He's going to squash people until after Mania.
They turn him into a cartoon by putting him at Bad Bunny as Puerto Rico
Chuck,
bullshit.
what I told
You
Josh,
should have.
what I told Josh Monday.
You should have stayed trapped on the interstate with that burning semi and not went to the liquor store.
It's just like when they put Ricochet and fucking. I can't remember his
Who
name
was
now.
it?
I'm all riled up.
No Cena versus Ric Flair.
Chuck, I told Josh this Monday to
And he said Cena versus Flair. It could be Charlotte.
That could be Charlotte.
Listen, Charlotte's to the point where I thought she was going to fight Orton earlier this year.
Do you know if Charlotte fought John Cena, I think it could be a pretty good match. Honestly.
Chuck, I told Josh Monday to save Priest is for him to turn on Bad Bunny. I can see that. I can see Priest getting sick of
All right,
it.
we're talking about AJ
To
Styles.
save Priest,
Leave
please
Bad
make it
Bunny
happen.
alone.
We all know that Bad Bunny's going to be gone after fucking April.
When Priest squashes
this is
him.
all a waste of time.
Why is Bad Bunny a 24/7
For us, sure.
champion?
For them, no. And I see why they're
It's a
doing it.
waste of time. They Wrestlemania used to be about superstars. Now it's about fucking celebrities who aren't even celebrities.
That's what wrestling
It's the same
is.
celebrity.
Look at
least
it.
Snooki was a celebrity. We all knew who Snooki was.
Now listen, to be
Nobody knows
fair,
who fucking Bad Bunny is.
the only wrestling organizations that don't use celebrities are ones that we don't even know exist, though. So it does help.
No.
Do you watch Ring of Honor?
I actually did a little bit.
If
when AJ
Eminem showed up,
when
would you
AJ
watch
Styles
Ring of
was
Honor?
there? No, fuck that.
You would not tune in
Nope.
to go see Eminem.
No, because I listened to the album lyrics you get
you're
murdered
full-
by,
you're full
and
of
it
shit.
fucking sucked.
You're
And
full
so
of
did
shit.
Side B.
Eminem shows
So,
up
no,
somewhere.
I don't give a shit about Eminem anymore.
It's okay, Aaron. Nothing's funny right now because now he don't even like Eminem anymore.
No, I don't. Dude, Eminem, have you listened to his new stuff?
So
It's
because
terrible.
so you just forget everything. So
No,
if Danae says one
I
thing
listened
that you
to
don't
his-
like,
I
you
listened
forget
to-
everything
I
else.
listened to his old stuff, not his new stuff. That would include him going to ROH. That would include that.
boy.
I listen to old stuff. I don't go. Here's where I stop. I stop at Killshot.
I hope AJ
I stop-
Styles
I stop
fights
at
Bad
Killshot.
Bunny and Bad Bunny wins.
I stop at Killshot.
He better stay away from Styles, Orton. It's bad enough.
I like it. I like that kind of hate.
Them three would squash him.
You just got heat on AJ Styles, damn it. All right. Randy Orton. Actually, before we get that, we got to run a
Thank you.
commercial because we're
Thank
halfway
you.
through. I got to collect myself.
Thank
I want to apologize to Bad Bunny and all his little rabbit family. We will be right back.
Yes.
We're not sorry. Sorry.
Let's wait until we have a crowd in here and we'll ask them what they think.
Yeah, I like that. I
There
dig
you
it. I dig it.
All right.
Oh,
Randy Orton.
oh,
Yvonne
no.
won't shut up about him. She's like sleeping in. Randy Orton.
I
All
really
right.
know I do not.
Yeah, she
Question.
does.
That
Question.
no.
I know your brother's here, so not to be weird, but have you written fantasy porn about Randy Orton?
No.
All right.
She doesn't know how to write. She went to Carlisle.
Shut up.
But anyway.
To Middletown. Shut up.
You went to Carlisle. You got out of Middletown before you could
Of
learn
course,
anything.
upsetting.
All right. So
Oh, God.
I didn't really know how to phrase this.
I don't. Even
Randy Orton threw up something. I have no idea how to word it poorly, so I don't really know.
It looked like just like black
Black something.
ink.
He could have. Yeah.
So it's Fiend related because Alexa tweeted out later, "You okay, Randy? LOL." So
She tweeted that.
She's so funny. Wow.
how are you doing, Randy? LOL. Something like that.
Good one, Alexa.
I love
So-
Good one,
dude.
Whatever.
So
I wish every girl was like Alexa Bliss.
So the Firefly Funhouse against it's probably gonna be Orton and Bray, and they're just holding Bray off as long as
Yep.
possible.
For sure.
Yeah. That's what they're doing with that.
All right. So what? I've heard rumors that Orton could go recruit Nikki. We can get a Nikki.
That's what I've been saying.
Nikki
Yeah.
Orton versus Firefly Bray and Alexa at like Fastlane,
I remember
and
saying
then it
that,
leads
yep.
to
What's Fastlane?
That is
March 18th.
Oh, we got a minute.
It's the first
yet.
Peacock
We got a minute.
pay-per-view.
For her to go, Alexa to go away, he's going to have to get Nikki Cross. I know he don't want help, but Nikki Cross knows her.
Wait,
well.
is that March 18th a Friday?
I don't know. I think it's what they've been promoting. It's March 18th, the first day for Peacock.
I just stood that March 18th is also when the Snyder Cut.
It's a Thursday. It goes to Peacock the 18th. The first
Ah,
pay-per-view is the
okay.
21st.
I got you. That makes sense.
That's the first day it actually goes to Peacock that Thursday.
I got you. It's like I was like March
I
18th.
pulled up my calendar too.
I was thinking. I was like, I know that's when the Snyder Cut of Justice League premieres. Like, I don't think that was a Thursday or a Sunday. All right,
That'd be weird. We're live, like, well, WWE's going on. It'd be no different than when they did with the fucking Saudi.
That's true.
Like they're on,
That
yeah, like we're breaking it as it happens.
Yeah, Randy Orton needs to recruit Nikki. I said this like 2 weeks ago on here. He needs to recruit her. No one knows Alexa Bliss better than Nikki Cross. History.
I missed the Fiend.
I do too.
Have we seen Nikki?
We have not.
She's at the Rumble.
Okay, yeah, Rumble.
Was she in the Rumble?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
And she fought Alexa that one night on Raw after, I think.
Like for a minute.
Yeah.
But it's been a minute since we've seen her.
For her to leave Orton alone, Cross is going to have to get involved and take her out.
It's been a while.
I can see
gonna
that
happen.
happening. Yeah.
Orton needs somebody because he's not doing nothing besides getting.
You can't hit her on screen.
No, right, exactly. To eliminate her to get to the Fiend, he's going to have to call.
Aaron, it's not funny. That's what I deal with. Yeah, I mean, we know where that's going. I'm just ready for him to fucking get there at this point. I'm honestly exhausted waiting for it.
I know. It is.
Like, not just because Bray's my guy, but
there's no Fiend.
I'm ready for it.
It's not fun.
They're taking their time with it.
I get it, but there's taking your time. And then there's, all right, dude, we know. Like, where the fuck's this guy at? You could have at least teased it. That's why I didn't like the chamber. You could have done something there to been like, okay, it's coming. Now they did it on Raw. He's puking up black shit, whatever it is. So now what?
What I think they honestly should have done was I understand the Alexa angle aspect to keep Alexa there, but they should have just kept them both off TV there for a while. Like, let Randy Orton be the chamber. Let Randy Orton be Randy Orton on Raw.
Mm-hmm.
Don't even acknowledge that.
Come out of the blue.
Yeah, he murdered him. We're done now.
Exactly.
And then out of nowhere, shit happens, because they are dragging it out. It gets old. If they would have just not done that for even take 3 weeks off. Let's say he murdered Bray Wyatt. 3 weeks, there's nothing. He just being Randy Orton after that, and then start fucking with us. Why do it immediately for 2 or 3 months? That's just a waste of time.
It is.
Because it gets old.
Yeah, I'm sick of waiting at this point.
I
know it's coming, and then
it's just when.
Yeah, they put him in the title picture, and it's like, okay. I don't know. It's stupid. I'm over it. Raw was all right. It was one of the better Raws, though. Everything meant. I really liked the beginning where Lash was like, "You have an hour."
Yeah,
I don't do.
It gave me old school vibes where we used to have to it always say, "You give me till later in the show," and we always wait like, "Shit, what's Stone Cold gonna do?" I was like, "What's Lashley gonna do to this guy in an hour?"
It reminded me of playground rules. Like, I'll see you in the playground.
Yeah. And the clock kept just popping up. I like that. It gave me something to look for. It gave me a reason to watch.
Yeah,
and then Shane came out, and then Strowman, that segment was good. And The Miz came out in the suit, and Lashley's like, what the fuck?
Dude, you're right. Actually, back in the Attitude Era days, they did their shit.
They cliffhangered everything.
Their shit at the beginning went back to the end.
Yep.
That's the same.
They always would make the match first.
Yep.
Like me and Stone Cold. The only difference is they had major players back then. Stone Cold, The Rock, whatever. Now if it's everything was Randy Orton and a mystery partner against Kofi and Xavier Woods, nobody cares. That's the thing. Back in the day, it's like, man, who's Stone Cold going to get against Vince and Shane? That's the kind of shit you get on Monday. That's the difference. Yeah. And I'd always be intrigued. I'd stay up till I'd sneak out. His mom was trying to make me go to bed. Who is it? 10:50 comes around. I was like, shit, who's the partner? And I was always interested. Now I was like, what is he going to do to Miz? The countdown was cool and it worked. And they're trying new shit. Yeah, they're recycling older shit and using it again.
Well, it's just they're using it's a formula that just works. It's not old; it's a formula.
No,
and that formula works.
It's so old that it doesn't matter because we forgot about it. Now it's back.
Right.
They just have to use it right, not the same.
And it's good
stupid shit
that they're doing a good job in my opinion. Because I paid Lashley forever. He was even in TNA when I watched it. I was like, fuck Lashley, and they're finally doing something that okay, I want to see what he has to say to the Miz. And I want to see what the Miz has to say. And I really liked Shane coming out was a huge surprise. Yeah, I had no idea. I had no idea he was there.
It furthered the Strowman Shane thing. That's going to be a match at Mania. So the card's taking shape. We don't know for sure with Drew.
There's a few. I honestly think that we're looking at a pretty good WrestleMania.
Yeah, at the minimum, Drew Lashley, Edge Reigns, Bryan probably versus Seth. Versus Cesaro or Seth versus Cesaro, something like that.
Cesaro and Rollins. Bryan could be involved. But
I think Cesaro's getting Seth at some point. The story's already there. Maybe we get that at Fastlane. Seth or Cesaro beats Seth, and Seth beats the shit out of April 10th and 11th.
Okay, so it's not too far off. So Fastlane's only a couple of
40
weeks.
some days away, I think. This is crazy. Monday is March.
We're getting shit.
Yeah,
You're right. 20 it is.
So we're
It is
getting
a couple
close. Yeah, it'll be interesting.
Mhm.
But we don't talk about this often. But NXT has been fantastic over the last,
Mhm.
especially this last month. Everything on that show is clicking. Like every
Killing it.
segment is good.
Yep.
They're consistently keeping over 700,000, which is very fucking good because they were falling down in the 4s, the low 5s, which I was listening to Busted Open. They're talking about these ratings. So, like the streaming stuff doesn't count in any of this shit. YouTube.
I thought it counted after. I thought the streaming counted up to a certain day.
It doesn't count in the Nielsen rating. That's TV
Right,
only. So ratings are almost pointless. It's not even pulling from what people
No,
watch. People
you're absolutely
stream,
correct.
people DVR. None of that matters. I had no idea that was a thing.
I knew that. I knew that. I thought like the streaming counted after I thought the
YouTube
first
means
day it
nothing.
counted.
It's
I
just
didn't know
YouTube
that.
views.
I got you.
So it's a different thing. Like AW Dark.
And that makes sense.
Here's why I knew the math was wrong. And when I went to fact check it, even though I love Busted Open Wrestling Podcast, but AW Dark does 586K a week. There's no way Dynamite just does 200,000 more than their Dark on YouTube, on national TV. It doesn't make logical sense that that's all they do more. You know what I mean? Like 586,000 people watch AEW Dark on YouTube,
Wow.
but only 750 watch Dynamite on Wednesday with a, Jericho and them aren't on Dark. These are just the undercard
Right.
guys that are getting experience.
It's the WCW Thunder.
Yes.
Yep.
So that now I was like, I get it. There's probably 500K on YouTube that they're missing. There's probably people like me and you that DVR it and watch it later that they're missing.
Yeah,
so they're probably both hitting about 1 to 1.5. It's like we've talked about.
WWE hasn't gotten the only rating WWE gets for me is live pay-per-views.
Yeah.
That's it. Because
That's how people are now.
I don't
People
watch
stay up till
live.
11.
Yeah.
They go on YouTube and watch shit, and those don't matter. It's funny that, not to bring up the subject again, but Bad Bunny's got 3 million views. Listen, he got 3 million views on YouTube, but Raw did a 1.9 million rating.
Okay, I don't care.
No, I'm serious.
I don't care.
The numbers, though. How do you get 3 million views on YouTube, but you get a 1.9 million rating?
Here's how I'm going to break this down for you. I remember a while back, we were on the buzz, and I said something that we shouldn't do is try to go get people because of the following that they have, because that following will not translate to us. The same goes for WWE.
But the buzz isn't exactly WWE.
No, but it translates because they're going to use him until WrestleMania, and then he's going to be gone forever. Okay, so you made some money here for a couple of months, but now what?
That's all they want. Priest is huge in Puerto Rico, and he moves on.
It's a waste of time, and it's not going to do anybody any good come January. Like it's a temporary solution to make some money. Sure, WWE's can profit off of it, but it's not good television.
Well, that's all they care about.
I care about the viewer. I care about viewing it. And so as a viewer, it's bad television. And yeah, as a businessman, this is making some money. You can't argue that.
Right.
But it's bad television, and it fucking sucks, and it makes him look weak as a fucking
You know my
TV
favorite
person.
rapper is?
God, don't.
Bad Bunny.
Don't.
You know my favorite wrestler is?
Name 3
Bad
songs.
Bunny.
Booker T. Booker T.
Jesus Christ. I know Booker T too. I saw it perform live
There you
on
go.
TV.
Hey.
I made fun of it a lot. And Booker T even looked fucking bored and pissed.
He did. He did. I'm like a song.
It was probably like they just made me stand here.
He didn't even look happy being there. I'm like, wow,
All right.
okay.
It's just embarrassing.
So
It is.
let's go back to wrestling. NXT. Very good show. I haven't watched AEW. I'll watch it this weekend. I need background noise sometimes.
Wow.
Gargano and Dexter Lumis started the show.
Yep.
Dexter Lumis choked out Gargano. Right now, Johnny Gargano is my favorite wrestler, period. And it's not even close.
I
No
believe
offense
that.
to Bray.
He's really
But
good.
Bray's not here.
I like Gargano.
Gargano and his wheels thing where he was in a wheelchair. I don't even because he spun a wheel and ended up having to fight Leon Ruff. And then he lost his belt. So then he started hating wheels, so he wouldn't ride in a car anymore. So then he got hurt, was in a wheelchair, and he's like, I hate wheels, and I can't get away from them.
He goes, there's a curse going on.
Yeah, so then-
That's so dumb. I love
Yeah,
it.
but
I love it.
then he's like, remember I told you about where he hurt his arm? He's like, yeah, R means I'm really hurt. They're like, Johnny, that's your right arm, you have a sling. Like, he's just dumb.
I love it.
But he can wrestle.
Yeah.
And he lifts up his bad arm. He's like, there you
So
go.
he
you're
fought
not
Dexter
injured.
Loomis. He lost. That's where they're going. They've been teasing it for a while.
That was a good match.
Austin
Okay,
Theory,
got
who
home.
made his debut last year at Mania,
Mhm.
I like Theory.
he's part of the way.
It's all right.
This is stupid shit. They're like, that's the way. I like it. Austin Theory looks at him like, we should make a song. And I was like, it's so
Didn't
dumb.
Loomis
But it was,
kidnap-
I
he
laughed. I
kidnapped
chuckled like,
Theory.
okay, I get it. It's stupid.
That's fun though.
That's
Good
just
match.
Dexter Loomis kidnapped Theory. Didn't
We're going to get Dexter Loomis
he?
versus
Kidnapped him.
Johnny Gargano at some point, and I'm all for it.
Mhm.
Loomis probably the guy who takes the strap. 'Cause
Exactly.
Loomis got hurt before he could fight in that ladder match months ago.
That's right, he did.
But Loomis doesn't talk.
He's just creepy with those
So
eyes.
backstage later,
He's creepy.
Gargano's freaking out because he
He is.
lost.
He
He's
is.
like, we got to go. That Dexter Loomis dude's nuts. And Theory's like, he's really not a bad guy. After he kidnapped him, he's like, I got to hang out with him. He's just misunderstood. And the Indy Hartwell chick's like, he's kind of hot. And Gargano's like, I can't even deal with you guys. And just storms off. So we'll see what happens there.
I dig it.
That was a good opening
It was
segment.
a good match. It was.
Then Zoe Stark,
Yep.
who they got from Impact.
Yep.
Don't know what her Impact name was because I don't watch it.
Io Shirai.
Fought their champion. It was a very good, about 10-minute match. She's instantly a player.
And then Toni Storm came out and she's calling out Io Shirai.
Yeah.
They're going to fight in 2 weeks for the title.
The women's
Yep.
division just keeps on spinning.
I dig it.
Toni Storm, oh my God, she's a star. Man, that match is going to be awesome with her and Io Shirai.
But I want to talk about the match you're going to like the most. So NXT does a great job of making things matter that typical fans like us don't tend to care about. It's Santos Escobar is absolutely, he does everything well. I didn't give a shit about him when he came in with his mask. Then he went heel, ripped his
Right.
mask off.
Mm-hmm.
Master dumb.
He's the cruiserweight champion, and him and Cross was probably my favorite match of this year. So far.
Yeah,
It went about
amazing.
25 minutes. It started in the parking lot. It came all the way in. It was basically a 3-on-1
Mhm.
because his two goons were chasing Cross
Got
all
it.
around. Cross came out looking strong as he's ever looked,
Mhm.
and Escobar came out looking like everybody after the show last night's like he needs to drop that cruiserweight title.
He does.
He does it.
Absolutely. He don't need it.
If one thing was proven last night, Escobar does not need to be fucking around with
Mm-mm.
cruiserweights anymore. He's
No.
way too good for these 205 levels.
He's-
He should be.
He's
He's better
He
than
should,
that.
he should be
Yeah.
in like he's probably their. We're gonna talk about Adam Cole. He's not their best. He's an upper tier heel.
Mhm.
There.
I got you.
There's like the Adam Cole, which we're about to get into,
Yep.
and then Escobar.
I got
He
you.
just has the cruiserweight championship because Devlin had to go back to UK when Walter and all them left
Mhm.
Oh, I miss
for the
Walter.
pandemic.
That's the one. That's the one bullshit thing from COVID. I miss
Yeah.
some Walter.
That was a great.
And we were right in between Finn and Walter.
Mhm.
I know.
And that never happened.
Probably a unification of both.
It would have been
It might have
awesome.
been Walter's way to get on NXT.
Dude, if there is a possibility that if COVID did not happen, I'd be watching NXT weekly because
Well, yeah,
Walter would be.
He's going to be on TV.
Right.
Imperium's there. All three of them are there except for him. I think they're waiting for something.
They
Yeah,
are.
man. If Walter does debut, I promise you, I'll be watching.
I'm
every
interested to see Walter.
Oh,
Just
well,
look, there's a chance that NXT goes off USA and goes strictly to Peacock. So you might be able to watch it live
week. I'll do that.
because that'd be
Yeah.
easier if
Yeah.
people want to subscribe, and then people like you that don't like having cable, which I'm close to not having it myself because I'm sick of it. But you can watch it live on there.
Yep.
Mhm.
So Peacock,
Absolutely.
no, there's a reason they gave him $1 billion for it
There's a reason.
That's fair.
because Peacock apparently is going to get something out of it.
Oh yeah, I'm actually really excited about that because as viewers of WWE Network, we're going to be paying the exact same.
How
amount
excited are you going to be
have
to watch?
Peacock.
How excited are you going to be when we watch WrestleMania then start watching The Office
I know.
in
Like,
the same library?
and it's not
There
going
you
to be the TV cuts, which I don't.
No, it's the extended.
I know. Like I've never seen them. It's gonna be awesome.
Some of those episodes, like watching it for the first
I
time.
know.
again.
I've heard that. It's awesome. I have the DVD. I have the DVDs, but it's not 2006. I'm not putting DVDs in a DVD player. Jesus Christ.
But the end. That wasn't the end. I was actually surprised because they said Adam Cole was going to talk at the beginning,
Mhm,
but
and he
it got
didn't.
to the time where NXT goes off at 10:07.
Sure.
But it's like 9:56, and I'm like, okay,
He's not coming.
something's happened. Then Adam Cole just walks out.
Yeah, there he is.
Roderick Strong comes out. Adam Cole apologizes
Sure.
for beating Kyle O'Reilly's ass twice. Kyle O'Reilly's hurt. He's out 4 to 6 weeks, whatever is the storyline.
Beat him up.
He said he's
Um,
ashamed of himself. He
he's
can't even
sorry.
look at himself. And then
They showed the clip, and he looks like he's about to cry or whatever. And then Roderick Strong comes out like, dude, you ruined it. We're done. We were brothers, whatever. Then Balor comes out, tries to beat up Cole.
Poor
And
Balor.
Strong beat the shit out of Balor. Cole's like begging for forgiveness.
And then he turns to HBK's old
Hits
ways.
the low blow.
Yeah.
Pulls the Randy Orton. You're stupid, Roddy. You're stupid. Super kick.
He stand
Yeah,
over.
Exit
Roderick.
stage left.
That's what I'm talking about. I didn't watch that yet. I read that whole synopsis. I'm like, ooh, that sounds fucking
We knew
awesome.
the
It
Undisputed
was
Era
very
was
good.
ending. We knew that. We
So-
just didn't know when.
Adam Cole said he's sick of Kyle O'Reilly getting title shot after
We've been
title
talking
shot.
about these guys breaking up for
Long time.
years.
Long time.
First, we were talking about them going to the main roster.
I think
Then we're
since
talking
our
about them
show
breaking up.
started. Yeah.
We got one of those.
And it's like they're going to do something. So
What happened?
I dig it,
we're
man.
heading toward Adam Cole versus Finn Balor, apparently,
Sure.
with some sort of interference from O'Reilly, maybe a triple threat, maybe.
Yeah.
Was it as emotional? Because, like, I'm telling you, my favorite turn ever was when Triple H turned on Shawn Michaels back in 2002. Was it that emotional? That big of a deal?
I mean, I've watched NXT since
like,
they've been
right,
there.
as a
So,
viewer,
yeah.
like,
So,
was
yeah, I was
that,
like, damn.
it's that deep. That
This just
historic.
ended the biggest faction
Right.
ever
It
be in this
is,
brand.
That's like when DX first appeared. I mean, Triple H turned on Shawn Michaels was a huge deal in
Mhm.
2002.
This was NXT's kind of DX. Obviously, the antics were
Sure
different.
was.
but it's their biggest
it's-
stable they've had.
And they're like,
Mhm.
their blood runs deep, like how Triple H and Shawn Michaels' blood ran deep, and then he just fucking they do their thing, and then he churns and pedigrees him with a really botched but big pedigree. It was like, fuck yes.
It's over. So
I
now,
And that led to a 4-year-long amazing feud between HBK and Triple H. So is it
Yeah.
safe to say that this could lead to an amazing feud between Adam Cole and all the fucking those guys?
Yeah.
well, it's funny because Bobby Fish is off TV right
I
now.
wonder
Oh,
where
yeah.
he's
So, like, he's going to come back like, what the fuck?
He's gonna be lost.
I don't know if he got hurt again or
I
he's just
forget
off
he-
for,
I forgot he was
because some
off.
people just don't want to be around COVID that much.
That's true.
But he's been gone. And I saw a picture on Twitter and it was him just like with little question marks over. So, like, he comes back and he's like, what the fuck happened? Like, what I miss? Because he's the only one, he's like on the outside now. So I don't know.
That's
O'Reilly and Cole had an epic feud, I think, in Ring of Honor is what it was.
So I didn't.
That like
Right.
blew up the indie scene. So I think they're just going to, and apparently it was the chemistry, everything there's perfect.
Apparently, Ring of Honor is just where people have big feuds, and then they go on to be main eventers
And
big
WWE,
companies,
yeah.
and nobody remembers it.
Yeah.
Because, like, I don't know if you remember,
Mhm.
but I somebody lent me the DVD once. Fucking Raven and CM Punk had like blood feuds in ROH.
Yeah,
And they
ROH.
were really, really good. And I watched this back when CM Punk was in his 360 whatever day championship reign. I'm like, holy shit, he
Oh.
is this big of a feud with Raven. It's like that's where ROH is where people go to
Like
get
KO was down there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There's been a
AJ
lot of guys down
Dude,
there.
I watched AJ Styles on Ring of Honor the Friday night before he debuted at Royal Rumble in 2016. Ask Danae, because I was in my apartment where he used to party with me all the time, and we were sitting there on Friday night, and I made Danae. We were watching TV. I flipped it. Let's Ring of Honor. Fuck yeah, let's watch it. And
No
there was-
wonder she doesn't like
and there was,
wrestling.
I
No
know.
wonder.
And I was
No
like, there's
wonder.
AJ Styles. And I was like, I gave her all my bullshit facts about AJ Styles. Like, yeah, he'll never be in WWE. 2 nights later,
There
she's
you
sitting
go.
there watching wrestling with
That
me.
is-
Holy shit, it's AJ
That is-
Styles.
I got a text me like, he's here. And I was like,
He's
yeah.
here.
I was thinking, like, is this? I think this is the guy Ben's been like loving for the last 10 years, telling me about. Like, if he ever shows up, and then a month later he's fighting John Cena, and you're like, God damn it. I'm like, oh, fuck.
Just something I never
The
thought
house
I'd
that
ever
AJ
see.
Styles built. Can't
Yeah,
forget
damn
that.
right. Damn right.
Yeah, and he's
He-
he's had a great career
He's
there.
built. He pretty much built SmackDown a little bit.
He's had all the belts, right? He's a Grand Slam already.
I mean, I don't know if
Who
he.
Miz?
I don't know if that's true, but he.
I think AJ's a Grand Slam, but
I think-
I want to go back to what the fuck's AJ Strange Brew's biggest fan, Randy. He got mad because I didn't answer his question fast enough. I don't think.
AJ,
Sorry, Randy, but I thought NXT
Oh.
was great.
Randy.
Randy said the Miz is the first 2-time Grand Slam champion. He's won all the belts twice.
He has.
He's like a 7-time Intercontinental, like a 4-time US.
I
like
mean,
a-
yeah.
when
the
did
Miz is.
when did he debut though? I mean, like 2008.
I'm gonna go find his credentials.
He's
the
been
Miz,
around for forever.
and
It's
he's
only-
the first wrestler to ever do
if
the
you-
Grand Slam
I mean, I
twice.
have
He
to
is.
imagine if you're around for 20 years, yeah, that should happen.
I mean, there's a
Yeah.
lot of guys been around that long that it has. He's the
That's
first
so
though
He
in the
is.
history of
That's
WWE.
awesome.
I mean,
Yeah.
he's not the only guy that's been around for.
And he's
20
had
years.
did him and Morrison have the tag belts? So I think
Yeah,
Yep,
back
they've
in the
had it.
day,
Yep,
he's
so-
been tag team champs with R-Truth, also Truth.
Jericho or Jeremiz? Come on, man,
Let's
Jeremiz.
see.
The Big Miz, the Miz show. Yeah, and
Yeah.
he's had it all, man. The Miz, I really do like the Miz,
I do
and
too.
it's true. I think he debuted in 08. That's my guess. And I know,
2000,
he was part of Tough Enough though, maybe.
2007.
I was close, off by a
He was
year.
in NXT.
Yeah, I was close.
Before his NXT.
He is so what's it called? Florida FCW.
Yeah, he came up with Morrison, and they beat Matt Hardy and MVP to win the tag team championship.
Was it FCW?
Yeah.
Nice. So yeah, and they said he was a little guy, and they said he won't last a month, he won't last 2 months, he won't last a year, he won't last 2 years. Here we are in 2021, and the Miz kick, because you know why the Miz is that good in WWE? It's not because of his in-ring ability, which is very, 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 very good.
Yep.
And he works safe because he's never hurt.
No,
That's another thing.
He's always there.
He's never been out with injury.
Which Daniel Bryan will talk about that, but he's safe, but he has the fucking ability to talk to you. He is a very good actor. He's a very good performer. And it's not about doing flips and shit 5 days a week. No. It's about being a goddamn entertainer in a company called World Wrestling Entertainment. So while Daniel Bryan likes to focus on the wrestling letter, the Miz likes to focus on the entertainment letter. And that, sir, will get you the 2-time Grand Slam award. That's right. You're being a heel commentator right now, talking about words and letters. I can be a Paul Heyman.
All right.
You good.
So Miz, 2-time WWE champion, current.
Yep.
8-time Intercontinental champion, second most of all time. 2-time U.S. champion, 4-time tag team champion. Once with Big Show, once with John Cena, once with Damien Mizdow.
How can we forget Mizdow?
Oh, Mizdow was awesome.
2-time Smackdown champion, once with Shane McMahon, once with John Morrison.
Best in the world.
World tag team champions twice, Morrison and Big Show. He won the first mixed match challenge with Asuka, which was a few years ago. He's 2-time Money in the Bank. 25th Triple Crown champion, the first ever double Grand Slam champion, the 5th Grand Slam champion ever, 2-time Slammy Award winner. He was voted by Wrestling Observer as the most improved wrestler in 08 and 09 and Tag Team Performer of the Year in 2008.
That's pretty solid.
That's a Hall of Fame career.
Yes,
only is he a 2-time Money in the Bank holder. He's a 2-time Money in the Bank cashing in.
And he beat John Cena at WrestleMania.
Right. Well, thanks, Rock. But
listen. I mean,
The Miz is just awesome.
He was voted WWE Wrestler of the Year by Rolling Stone in 2017, Most Hated Wrestler of the Year in 2011, 12, 13, 15, 16, and 17.
Dude, the dude, his personality, he's so good at the fucking being on screen.
What can't he do, though? Like, he does movies, he can do media, he can be heel, babyface, he can work, he doesn't get hurt.
He's always there.
I bet you he can't beat Bobby Lashley.
Yeah, that's probably fair, but that's why I didn't like the Miz and MJF comparison.
Dude,
MJF's got a wall. MJF's gonna be a superstar if he doesn't get injured. But the comparison pissed me off.
Well, they have the same gimmick.
They do.
I understand.
Smith does it better.
MJF is really good at it. I mean, that's arguable.
You don't watch AW. You can't argue anything.
I do like MJF, and MJF is on Stone Cold's podcast, and it's fucking phenomenal. But the Miz is also phenomenal, and the Miz
is awesome.
That's our words. We're supposed to say he's awesome.
Do you remember the Miz's feud with John Cena back in 2010 when the Miz would come out to John Cena's bullshit gimmick too? Like he would replicate John Cena's gimmick. That was so awesome.
And he had the shirt that said
Yeah. He just come out fucking rapping like, yo, like the Miz is fucking awesome. I do like the Miz.
Yeah, like I always thought his catchphrase was lame, but like it just
he
is awesome.
Yeah. It's supposed to piss you off.
Remember Alex Riley? He used to follow
Miz.
Alex Riley.
Miz has
A-Rod.
been through some.
That's what his name was.
I really liked. I was like 2011. I really liked Alex Riley back then. Apparently his work ethic wasn't good. But
backstage, he wasn't the best to be around either.
But I really liked his music, and I really liked him on screen. So, I was an Alex Riley fan back then.
Say it to my face.
He had a good theme song.
He did.
He did. I know how.
And that stupid-ass vest he always wore.
Yeah.
I loved it.
He made Miz carry his briefcase when he was Money in the Bank. He's like, you're a carrier.
Yeah.
I was bummed with him.
He got backstage heat, I think, with John Cena, and that's when it went
And
sideways.
he was a young guy, so he was probably just talking shit.
Miz definitely put him over.
Yeah, you think about the way the Miz came in. You know, he actually literally had to change outside. They wouldn't let him in the locker room.
Yeah,
he got treated. He got the full rookie treatment. Like, you're a celebrity, get the fuck out. Yep. And now look at him. He's one of the most respected people ever.
And now his dad was on screen last year.
Yeah, his dad was over his shit.
A big deal
against Shane.
And I say this because I say this as a.
And his dad has a T-shirt.
And he had a T-shirt.
It was hilarious. But here's the thing with that, though. When you really think about how that happened, do you know who else had his dad on screen? John Cena. John Cena's dad was smacked in the face by Edge back in 2006 or whatever.
Sure was.
So, to have your family involved, it means that you're in. You're the guy now. It's a big deal to bring your family into the business.
There's nothing Vince doesn't trust him not to do.
Right.
He can be booked on any part of the card. He can, hey, dude, what the hell's a talk show nowadays? I know Regis and Kelly's not a thing.
Bailey show.
Ding dong,
hello.
Dude, I can't help it. I was laughing my ass off. Hey, we need you to go do Regis and Kelly. I need somebody quick. Miss, you got me.
He's
they can send him. Yeah,
right.
It's
He's
called
just-
Kelly now.
the popularity is just not as high, but he's legit the next John Cena.
He's the workhorse.
Yeah, he is, and he's on every show. When there's live events, he'll do every live event.
And he has his own TV show.
Yeah,
Ms. and Mrs. is awesome.
and he married Maurice.
That's where they actually met. Was on.
Maurice was my girl before Alexa Bliss was a Maurice.
That's actually. I say you loved Maurice. I remember that.
And his show's not bad. Have you ever watched any of it?
Ms. and Mrs. is awesome. It's a great show.
It's not. It's pretty cool because you like see him hang out with Ziggler.
I know. I do want to watch it for that aspect. I just have.
You guys wouldn't like it because Ryan Cabrera is in it a lot.
Yeah, see that hurts.
I know who that is.
Alexa Bliss is Ryan Cabrera, the old singer.
Oh, fuck.
That's just funny.
Yeah, so be careful. You have that creepy dude. You
Oh,
don't, you don't want to be right. You
That's fair. No, I don't want to break him and her up.
What's funny is going back to Mrs. Dad on the episode of Ms. and Mrs. Miz is in all these drafts, and they have a title belt with his dad's face on it that Miz was fighting for. It was kind of fun.
James Wheeler.
They call it the George.
I bet they have fun.
It's a great show.
I do want to watch it. Danny Benoit would have been 21 years old today. Jesus, thanks, James. Wow. Thanks for being a Debbie Downer.
That
man.
definitely took us to the dark side of the ring. You see what I did there?
Yeah, he. I mean, I can't vouch for that fact. I assume you're correct. But
let's get to the real question, James.
Sucks.
Do you want to see us have interview Justin Credible or not?
Yeah, James. You know your shit, obviously. Do you think Justin Credible would be a credible interview to do on RSH?
Anybody watching now, later, whatever. We know not everybody can watch live, but me and Chuck are debating.
I have to ask: is James Wheeler? Are you the stalker of Alexa Bliss? I have to ask.
It could be one of those sports box fuckers. Try to take over because they don't have any good content on their show.
I'm not sure what Sportsbox is.
It's Bakley.
Oh, I got you.
That's who that is.
See,
Daniel. And his last name starts with a B. He just spelled it wrong.
Now we're going to National Treasure. All right, listen.
No, now Archie's gonna yell at us for talking shit. My bad, Archie.
I'm just confused. about Justin Credible. He seems like a legit fun guy.
Yeah, I'm not against, and he's not going to be on this show. Like he's going to be an interview. He wants to talk about his stuff, which is fine.
All right, James. I need you to say more words because I'm in it now. I'm in it with James.
Oh no!
Today, he would be 21 year old. Do
you think that guy? This could be the guy you pissed off the other day.
No, that guy's
the Xbox.
No, that guy's somewhere over Miamisburg, not driving correctly and smoking marijuana. Listen, James Wheeler. Why do you know Daniel Benoit's birthday? I think that's a weird thing to know.
Oh, dude, you do paranormal activities. This can't be what's his face's ghost.
I'm just scared. That's a weird fact to say on a wrestling podcast.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
See, so is James Wheeler just going around like saying weird, dark, creepy facts on wrestling podcasts?
That's creepy as hell.
That is creepy.
I mean, I'll make fun of Chris Benoit all day long. That's fun. But I'm not gonna talk about his kid on a live show.
Right.
And when I do talk about it, it's talking about the guy who posted or brought it up.
Right.
I don't know, James Wheeler. I'm not sure about you.
Question mark.
Where's your profile picture? What the fuck? So what is
we know your name starts with a J, but that's it. You're hiding behind there.
So I'm just gonna walk around with a red J and bring up weird, sad facts on live.
Just random out of the blue. That just made us dark now.
Like, what are you doing with your life at 7:12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time? What the fuck is going on?
That was just a random comment.
That was fucking James Wheeler. This guy. All right, what else we got? I really got sidetracked by
that threw me off.
Because that was just a random comment too.
He wanted it. He wanted us to do this. He won. That's fine.
All right. So we'll go to. That really threw me off. Wow. Thanks, James.
Fucking James.
All right, David, we'll end with this. This kind of became a segment just because we're getting so professional now. We just get through all our shit so quick. Rhea Ripley's plans for the main roster are apparently she's going to be booked very strong. Her versus Charlotte or her versus Charlotte versus Asuka are the rumored matches for Mania. I would prefer her versus Charlotte straight up just to kind of do the thing from last year.
I agree. And like how Rhea has to win.
They said the backstage feeling is Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley are looked at as the future of Raw.
Oh, good. Absolutely.
They're very high on both of them.
Good.
I hope
it'd be refreshing for NXT, the current
right.
NXT people to actually get work.
I hope you're right. I saw a picture the other day. It was like, Rhea Ripley going to Raw, and then it was like RIP. I was like, well, I hope that's wrong.
Yeah, well, people, I mean, they understandably so. I don't blame them for feeling that way. But here we go.
Shit.
2 hours ago.
Is that Pornhub?
All right, so Brock Lesnar left WWE after WrestleMania last year. That was actually when his contract expired. It expired 3 days after the event.
Right, we knew that.
He has his merch is gone.
Brock Lesnar's this?
It hasn't been on the site since he left. They don't sell merch to people that ain't under contract no more.
That's fair.
And on After the Bell, I heard this. Why did I not put this together? Lashley called him out on Corey Graves' podcast and was like, "Well, I think he's just been ducking me for years." He's like, "He wants the belt. I guess I'll have to get that." And now he had. So God damn it! They're even doing it through podcasts that I listen to. Like I didn't even. It just went over my
professional ones.
Yeah, like. Right. All right. Vic Joseph said blah blah blah.
Did Brock Lesnar sign a new contract?
So it looks like WWE's plan is to have Brock Lesnar back for WrestleMania this year.
I saw that yesterday.
Vince wants him back for his big show. The only thing the holdup is what do they do with Paul Heyman? Does Brock come back by himself?
Oh, shit.
Or does Paul Heyman bounce back and forth because they're worried about that possibly making the Paul and Roman angle stale if Paul's bouncing back and forth?
Well, no, if Lashley is on Raw, it's real easy. If Lashley's on Raw, you have Paul Heyman do both people without the other show even questioning it.
You got to do Roman and Brock at some point, don't you?
Yeah, but
for Paul Heyman's rights, like Eddie Guerrero's kid?
SummerSlam.
Or for Dominic, my bad.
SummerSlam.
For Paul Heyman, and he hang him above the ring.
So if
put him in a cage.
So if you do it this year, so you'd have Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley on Raw. So Paul Heyman will be on Raw backing Brock Lesnar, not even acknowledging Roman Reigns' existence. And then on the next night, you have Paul Heyman backing Roman Reigns, not even questioning Roman Reigns or Brock Lesnar's existence. And then come SummerSlam, August 2021. That's when you have the clash of who owns Paul Heyman.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
they're both on different shows, out of each other's business. It could work.
Yeah, man. So like I think that's how it's going to go down. If it works out the way that Vince wants it to and the way that it should work, that's how you do it. So WrestleMania, 2 different nights, 2 different shows. They don't even question each other's existence. And then comes SummerSlam. That's when you butt heads. Yeah. That's where the money is, and that's how it should be booked. So Vince, I know you're watching. You're welcome. I would appreciate a royalty. Buy me a coffee. Buy me a beer. That's all. That's all I need. So
Cesaro talked about who he would, if he could fight somebody at WrestleMania, who it would be. He said Seth Rollins or Big E.
So clearly it's going to be Seth Rollins. They've already started that.
Yep.
I'm down for it.
Yeah.
We have a comment again.
Yeah, James Wheeler's back.
He's back.
He's bringing back his dark facts. So he wants to talk about his wrestling knowledge because he knows that Just Incredible was around and the Texas Wrestling Alliance.
I think we could do that. We'll have to throw that on like a Wednesday night or something.
Yeah, it'd be fun. I just remember him in the Invasion angle. I remember him being backstage at a Raw, and he was like telling like the lady who like makes costumes like, I need Justin on this leg, Incredible on this leg.
Oh,
Yeah, that'd be interesting. EC3 signed with Ring of Honor, so he's kind of going back to his
roots.
That's where he started, right?
I know him from TNA. But
WWE really fucked him up. He went all the way back to Ring of Honor.
He never won that 24/7 title. So yeah.
The last time we seen EC3 was on A Moment of Bliss. That's the last time we actually seen him when he was on there with the likes of Bliss.
I do remember him being there. That was a while back. That's cool.
And he got interrupted by somebody. I forget who it was.
Sting's officially fully medically cleared to wrestle with AEW.
Oh boy,
that shouldn't be
with Darby Allin. Yeah, their match against Taz's guys.
How excited are you going to tune in to watch Shaq versus Cody next week?
I can't wait to not even remotely want to watch that. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome missing that next week. Like I
I
can't.
watch AEW every week, but there's a lot that I skip.
So
Some
did
I
you
don't.
see Rick Steiner's son was one of the recruits down in the PC?
I did not, but that's cool, man.
And Brock Lesnar, that Brock Lesnar lookalike guy's coming
His
as well.
son, who
Is that his son?
It's his fucking son.
I didn't know.
I didn't know
Yeah,
that
it's
either.
he's like 21 years old, and Jesus Christ, he's scary looking as
Yes,
fuck.
so they
He is.
WWE signed it. We were talking about this before we went on the air. Rick Bronson, Rex Steiner, which is the son of Rick Steiner, Kira Magan, Taya Valkyrie. So John Morrison's wife. I'm gonna give you their real name. So Eli Drake, who's gonna be LA Knight. They signed 12 people. Parker,
Wow.
Bodrix. That's many compare him to Brock Lesnar because he's really good friends with Paul Heyman. There you go.
There you go.
A former Evolve star. Then you saw the one woman. What's her name? Storm?
Tony Storm.
No,
From
not
X-Men?
Storm. The one that's been on NXT lately.
Halle Berry.
Zoe Stark.
Zoe Stark.
Stark,
Yeah,
Zoe
so
Stark.
she came. She debuted on the Dusty Rhodes Classic.
She did.
So 13 new signings for NXT/WWE.
Wow.
That's
So
good
they're
deal.
So I feel like after Mania, you're going to see some people disappear to fill
Yeah.
up.
We're going to see. We're absolutely going to see Brock Lesnar's son debut sooner than probably later. I don't know. He's almost to the age to where he can be there, and that dude is ripped as fuck. Like just looking at him, and then have you seen Brock Lesnar's daughter? Also ripped as fuck. So if they both go to WWE, I'm not sure if that's even a thing or not, but if they both do, dude, it's going to be like Brock Lesnar is a freak fucking athlete, and everybody will say that. And I'm the first guy to like say fuck Brock Lesnar.
Yep.
But you can't argue the dude's
It's funny
genes.
how a year
Like-
a year changes. You could be rooting for him this year.
Yeah.
I mean, and the only reason I've said this from day one, the only reason I hated him was because he hijacked that title, and the storylines week to week suffered because of it. I'm not even saying it was Brock Lesnar's fault. It was just how it was. But you can't argue the dude's fucking build. And if pictures are correct, you can't argue his kid's fucking build either.
Right.
Like, Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
that's the same reason I didn't like Lesnar. He had the belt, never defended it, never showed up to the show to defend
Yeah,
it.
him being a champion was bad TV.
It was a horrible, but we know he's incredible in there. We know
He's a monster.
He is.
See, Kenny said he wants to fight Brock, but he's going to have to get his
Some
help.
friends. I saw that. I respected that Twitter comment. That was pretty good.
I don't respect. I actually know it's funny. I only talk shit. I kind of been digging Kenny since he's went heel. But to be fair, I've always wanted this not soft Kenny.
Oh,
Yeah.
you caught him. Kenny
They're
now?
kind of getting old. I'm getting kind of sick of the Impact thing now. Now they just have New Japan guys showing up, and it's not really connecting with me, which is fine because like all the people in the group I got kicked out of, I'm sure you could show me messages were like super.
Everybody
pumped
wants to
about
talk about Kenta. I don't know what the fuck Kenta is.
Yeah.
I don't-
I've been liking.
He's the Japanese,
Kenny
Sam Punk.
Omega on AEW. He's a heel.
We've all seen Funaki.
it. SmackDown's greatest.
That's not gonna get me too, but I had to say it.
Yeah, it was a pretty solid week.
Yeah.
What's coming up? So we got Fastlane.
Yeah, Fastlane. Maybe we got
Smack-
Peacock.
Miz
SmackDown
versus
tomorrow.
Miz versus Lashley Monday.
Oh, Miz
SmackDown.
Miz
There's
Morrison's
nothing.
coming.
I'll see if there's anything else for SmackDown, but I think if I do see so myself, we did a decent job covering everything
But
tonight.
we got.
I think we did.
Yeah, we did.
A lot happened over the week. New champion. I mean,
Yeah.
It is announced who he's fighting at Mania.
yeah,
And then
we got a
we're waiting on
complete.
Bianca's her response.
I think we did, guys. Well, hey, James Wheeler, if you're still watching, I hope you continue to watch every Thursday night right here, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter. But please, pretty please, with sugar on top, don't give me more weird, dark facts, all right? This isn't a YouTube show called Dark Side of the Ring, as Josh brought up earlier.
It's a good
Come
show.
on, we're about fun and drinking. And I know Ben Wall was drinking that night too,
Oh my
but
God,
still,
stop.
that's
Oh
not what
boy.
we're talking
All
about.
right, we got to go. Our commercial's back. I voted for war. It's back. Here it is. We got to cut
Here we
Chuck
go.
off.
War. Tell them that's what we ready for. War. Tell them that's what we ready for. War. Bringing that to competitors. Till we see the confetti fall, be ready for. War. Tell them that's what we ready for. War. Tell them that's what we ready for. War. Bringing that to competitors. Till we see the confetti fall, be ready for. War. Tell them I'm ready, any opponent. The crown heavy and every minute is chosen. A path only fit for kings, and you don't know what this court means. What did you enlist for? If it isn't getting more rings, then you gon' have to switch your team. Trust me, it gets more mean. I'm a nightmare going up against your dreams. First step is explosive like a bomb hit. Bet if I let it fly, I cannot miss. And you ain't got a chance at the top 10 when you getting clamped all night by your locksmith. On the block, throwing lobs to my top bigs. I'm a chef, no look with the top dish. Tie game, through the pressure as the clock ticks. Crossover, step back, hit a shot, swish.
That's what
Hey,
I'm ready
girl.
for. War.
My name is Josh, and I got what you
Oh,
want
gosh.
when you want it.
Okay, Bad Bunny. And I'm
That's
assuming
what
who
Josh
that is.
wants. We know that.
No,
Sorry.
they say I remind him of a rabbit sometimes.
Oh.
Yeah.
You send me up to battle. I'll be your B rabbit. You send me up to battle.
You don't like Eminem anymore. You already buried him.
But,
Yeah.
but speaking of Bad Bunny, you guys notice what he does with his hair? He don't even have hair, and he
Stop.
puts
Yeah,
in little
it's-
pigtails. What
It's
the
fucking-
heck?
Dude, it's fucking stupid.
He's just disgusting.
If you are a man with a penis and you have rubber bands in your hair, cut that penis off.
You shouldn't be bitter.
I'm
because
better.
you can't do
And
that
he
to your
wears
hair.
sunglasses.
I don't want to do that to my hair. I love being bald. It's amazing. You know what I can't do? Put rubber bands in it, and it's awesome. That's what I can't do.
All right, so
I love not doing that. It's the best.
what I want to try to start doing is a Twitter poll after each show to kind of get. And we're not. This one's not about Bad Bunny, but let's go
hope-
back to Just Incredible.
I hope not.
So we want to hear from you guys.
Not beer.
Would you guys like to see us interview Just Incredible?
Oh,
Yes
I
or
like
no?
that. That's a good pull. I like it. Let's let the fans
If
decide.
you guys vote no, we won't. If you vote yes, we'll do it.
Let's do it. Just Incredible. Do you want to see him right here live on regularly scheduled hostilities? Let us know on the Twitter. You have to follow us though at RSH Wrestling. Yes, you don't.
I'm even going to tag him on it, see if he votes for. Watch him vote no.
You probably will.
Probably.
Actually, his Twitter name makes no sense for like they're going to be like, who the hell is this?
What's his Twitter handle?
Like PJ something. Like it has nothing to do with his name.
His real name, probably.
Wow.
I thought his real name was Just Incredible. He probably wasn't. That's probably not his birth name.
Boom. The poll is up and active. Go to it's right there, bottom left corner. At
Yeah.
RSH Wrestling
Yep.
on our Twitter and vote.
Vote. Yep.
Follow us right now. Vote right now. And if you don't vote, if you don't follow us, then fuck you.
Yeah, at least go to at WTB.com and follow the buzz.
Yeah, because they have a lot more cool shows.
All right,
too.
what do you got going on the rest of this week? Podcasting and shit. I know you've been talking about paranormal and
Yeah, man, I got a couple things. So I just recorded the interview last night. I'm going to release it tomorrow. Talking about the Hickleton Hall over across the pond at South Yorkshire, England. There is a old building built in the 1700s, and there's a lot of shit going on there. And the person I interviewed, while they were renovating the building, they found a skull. So hear all about that on the next episode of Paranormal Activities. No marital nonsense tomorrow, but Joshua, we already discussed it. We have a new show over at whatthebuzz.com. So we're going to be very spontaneous, very sporadic.
you were very spontaneous last week.
You were very.
I was like, damn it, I would have jumped on,
Yeah,
but you
he
told me
was.
at like 5 minutes.
Hey, man.
I thought you were just like, you put live, like, I thought you guys were just going to jump on StreamYard and like
Yeah, man.
shoot the shit.
I was
Then I
in
get
the
an
mood.
alert buzz. I was like, who the fuck's on live?
I told you. I was in the mood. Sometimes you're in the mood. Sometimes when you're drinking beers.
I feel
Oh
you.
boy.
When you're drinking
I was in the
beers,
same way, but I went and got lunch with my buddy, or
Huh?
I went and got food with Nick, and I was like, shit. That's why I was like, next week.
There you go.
He was very. Yep.
So sometimes you're just in the mood to drink beers and hang out. So, bye, James Wheeler. So, beers with the buzz. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it this
Bye-
Saturday.
bye, James.
We're gonna do it.
Are we doing it
this
Saturday?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I mean, if you want to, I don't give a fuck.
I just didn't know when. I didn't know if it was tomorrow or Saturday.
Saturday.
Okay.
Fuck.
What time?
I don't know.
Oh, fuck.
Whenever the beers are flowing.
So noon?
Good point.
Shit. That might not be the basis we want to pick
Question mark.
what time we go
So
live.
be on the lookout. Go to What the Buzz. That's not right. Go to the Buzz on Facebook right now. Follow the Buzz on Facebook and just be on alert because sometimes you might just get a spontaneous live show. You're gonna be drinking beers with somebody from the Buzz.
Yeah, we're going to talk about what the hell's went on this week, kind of give the backstory of how we became friends, and just take your
There
guys'
we go.
comments and run with what
and
you
just
guys
straight
say.
up bullshit because it's fun to do.
Yeah.
I'll
Like we take all our shows very seriously.
Unlike
Alright.
James Wheeler, who takes this shit
Yeah.
very
James
seriously.
Wheeler.
That's why he left.
I mean,
Yeah.
He wanted us to know he was leaving.
we do all our shows. We've talked for a long time. We like to just do a show where
That's
we
fine.
don't have to like talk about wrestling or football or ghosts
Let's talk
or
about other stuff.
marriage.
Absolutely.
Like it's just a show where we can talk about anything we want. So
Yeah.
But there is
Beers with the buzz.
there is
I
a
think
requisite.
I
You
think
have
it
to drink
works.
beer. You have to drink
That's a
beer.
good. I like
That's
that.
fair.
And as a viewer, you also need to be drinking.
Even though we're trying to figure out how to enforce that rule, I'm going to message this James Wheeler guy because I think he can help.
I think he needs to relax on the beer booze.
You ever saw the movie Unfriended?
I
Yeah,
haven't.
it's yeah.
All right, first off, you really need to see that movie.
You need to see it.
Like, you like scary shit, you definitely should
You
see that
need to
movie.
see that.
But there's a part where there's like, so the premise of the movie is this girl did bully this other girl into like, she ended up getting bullied so bad she killed herself, and her ghost comes back through.
I've
Skype.
heard of it. I've heard of it.
Yeah.
I've heard of
So,
it.
like,
I've heard of it.
Real quick, so this is the kind of stuff we'll be talking about on Saturday. Like, long story short, when I first moved into my house in Farmersville, Lucas stayed over
You
the
watch
first
that?
night, and we watched it. I didn't sleep for 3 days. He didn't sleep for a week. But at one part of the movie,
Mhm.
there's cameras in like all these kids' houses. Like, James is like that guy that would like be the one that set them up there. Like, he could help us get them there to where we can enforce they're actually drinking while they watch.
I like it.
But we'll see. But Beers with the Buzz,
I dig
I
it.
messaged a couple people after. It's like, Chuck just came up with like a brilliant show name
He
out of the
did.
blue. Like,
He
we're sitting
did.
there trying to think of names. He's like,
Beer with the
I was drinking. Well, it was going to be
We all-
beers with Ben. I was like, well, let's not be so selfish.
yeah, that'd have been funny. Everybody been like, this is Chuck.
This guy.
This ain't Ben.
beer with the.
Fair enough.
with
So
the
we'll do
buzz.
that.
Yeah.
If you guys want us to talk about something, let us know. Tune in. When the little box comes up in the bottom left or bottom right corner of your screen that says the Buzz is live, just click it
Just watch.
and interact, no matter what it is.
Something might happen.
You got Between the Pipes tomorrow, 7:30.
hockey.
Archie's fired up because his Maple Leafs are doing really good until they get to the playoffs and inevitably lose like they always do. But until then,
I thought Maple Leaf was a syrup.
he's Canadian. It all goes together.
Oh, I got you.
Toronto, Canada,
It all goes
Maple,
together.
Canada, Leaves, Canada, losing. Canada.
Yeah,
It all runs
It all
together.
goes together.
Cold. I got
Oh, Archie was watching. He just left.
I did.
it. Oh, shit.
What a coincidence. But yeah,
Good
Beers
stuff.
with the Buzz sometime Saturday night-ish.
Sometime.
Around the same time.
Be there. Just be there. You'll find it. It'd be fun.
All right. I'm out of stuff to say. The James, I can't lie, dude. That kind of threw me off
That
still, that
did.
Yeah,
comment.
even when it get dark, James Wheeler's just the kind of guy. He was like, I don't have anything else going on. I'm hanging out at my parents' house, and I just want to like say weird dark shit to get attention. And,
Oh, look, there's Archie. He's
and
back.
it worked. Oh, I thought you were buried in like 8 feet of snow and couldn't fucking like use your internet because of the snow. Oh, but he got a roadcaster today. That's cool.
Well, did he?
He said he was.
Did he get it through the snow?
That's true.
Or did he have to get Joe Thornton to help him?
I think they probably have sled dogs up there, don't they?
I don't know.
I'd imagine.
Ain't that where Sarah Palin lives?
That's Russia.
Wow.
That's worse than Canada.
All right, guys. Hope you all enjoyed the show. If you didn't, it's your own fault at this point because we're very far into it.
We can. We can.
We're still about an hour and a half. We've went off wrestling for this. So this is our. So we're going to clip this last 2 minutes and post it as like our trailer for Beers
There we go.
Beers with the Buzz.
I dig it.
This is what you can expect.
I dig it. I
Or
dig
whatever.
it. All right, guys. Hope you all enjoyed it. Yeah, holy Jesus Christ. Got the mic and the stand and the cable, but the roadcaster was pushed. Yeah, dude, my roadcaster was pushed like 4 days when I
And
bought
you got it and it was broke.
And it was broken and I had to return it. And I had to get a new one. It was a 2-week thing. I almost said, fuck the roadcaster.
How many did
fuck
you-
Sweetwater.
Did you have like 3 for
Yeah,
that?
I
Only
had
2?
Yeah.
You went through hell.
He did.
That was
I remember I had to
Yes.
bring mine over for a few times.
You did. Is this button kept fucking blinking whites.
That's right.
And I had to call Nick like 7 times though. Like, dude, yeah, my Sweetwater. Never mind. That's a whole different story. This is for the Beers
see.
and Buzz. But
Say
anyway,
that. I can't wait to hear that.
That could be one of our topics. Most irritating.
that was most irritating thing I ever bought.
Some of our most irritating interactions with people.
That was my most irritating.
Well, see, that's something we've
It
talked
was.
about.
It
That's what
was.
that
Things
show's
that
for.
irritate you.
You guys forgot to tell me this when I asked for the recommendation. Mine worked. His didn't. You're the deal
I mean,
breaker here.
It works now. When it finally worked, I was very happy with it. But just the process of getting here
Yeah.
made me want to kill babies.
So wow.
but
All right. Mine worked perfectly from the get-go. His did not. So you're gonna break the tie here.
Yeah.
yeah, man.
And Archie, when you're done breaking the tie, make sure to go to @RSH Wrestling on Twitter and vote to
Yes.
see if we have 2 votes.
Justin Credible.
Hold on, let me update it on the poll before we take it by. We have 2 votes already.
Where we at?
I don't know, it's loading.
1 yes, 1 no. 2 no's or 2 yeses?
Hey, there we are. We're live on Twitter.
Oh, nice. That's good.
Wow.
75% yes.
That's weird. We have 2
25
votes, but one's
no.
75%.
We went up to 4.
Oh, I see. All right.
So,
That's gonna be math I couldn't do there. All right.
This Twitter poll will expire tomorrow at this time. So we'll see. And we'll announce it on Beers with the Buzz, whether we're going to interview him or not.
All right. Hope you all enjoy the show. I'm sorry that Archie is not talking to us, even though we're getting off the air. I'm not sure why you were so silent. You could have chimed in earlier when James Wheeler was bringing us all down.
Yeah, dude.
So you could have scared him off. He changed our moods.
Imagine doing a wrestling podcast and this comment just randomly appears.
What the fuck? That's a sad fact.
Archie, you could have tuned in and scared him off.
I mean, I'm sorry that his dad murdered him. That shouldn't happen.
We can't help you. We can't help you with
At
that.
least there's a Bible there. That's good, I guess.
All right,
anyway,
do the
hope you
outro.
all enjoyed the show. If you didn't, again, that's on you now. And at the end of the day, whether or not it's Daniel Bryan's birthday or whatever his name is,
Stop.
whether it's not,
Daniel Bryan has the same birthday as me.
To get your reaction. Whether or not it's Thursday night, whether or not it's hockey, whether or not it's going to almost spring. Fuck yeah. At the end of the day, you're all going to fear regularly scheduled Haas